3, 2, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Pee in my pants and I'm taking a chance. Pee in my pants and I'm taking a chance.
Yeah, I don't know about that last part. I think we should take that out. I mean, I'm a grown adult man and I'm, talking about pee on here. So I have your word. You're going to take that out. I have your solitary word. You're going to take that beginning part out.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show.
Okay, well, I guess the theme of today's show is comedy, conservative comedy. I forgot that this guy even existed, to be honest. Dave Rubin. Oh my God. I somehow ran across his Reddit. It's r/Dave Rubin. And all the posts are making fun of him. And somebody asks, why does Dave Rubin's own sub hate him? Literally every post on the sub is on Dave Rubin. LMAO. But this is the one sub where the entire sub hates him with a passion. It's funny. It's almost when like nature takes over an abandoned city or something. Somebody answers him. Because he's Dave Rubin. He's a political commentator with no deep understanding of politics. He's a comedian despite having no comedic talent. The guy has no idea what he's doing, but somehow keeps failing up. This sub is just an example of the contradiction of his existence. Well, there we go. I totally forgot this guy even exists. But apparently everybody's making fun of this poor bastard. His entire Reddit is just calling him a
adult baby.
What the hell has this guy been doing? Let's check out. Let's see what he's been up to.
The cars are going gay. Okay, so Ford Motors put out this ad. This is
Okay.
We've got the gay month coming. June, it's the whole month of gayness.
Why did he start with like a Tarantino?
The cars are going gay. Okay, so Ford Motors.
What a dumbass.
Okay, the guys are going gay. Okay.
Oh, what? Oh, shocking. He's doing the exact same crap that all these people are doing. Great.
Something like that. Something like that.
Yes, thank you. Okay, enough with this bull crap. Let's check in with a real comedy show. That's right, the new king of late night, Greg Gutfeld. What's the guy's name? Greg Gutfeld. Let's check out what his stupid show has to say. Here we go.
A story in 5 words.
Huh?
Another hot teacher banged student.
Okay.
Kat, this is happening now at alarming.
Why are you going to me first?
Adult baby.
All right, because this 38-year-old math teacher in
adult
California was once named Teacher of the Year, and I support that. Was arrested and booked into jail for allegedly having sex with a 16-year-old male student. She's posted bail, but this is what bothers me. Why
The fact that she had sex with a student?
No, that she went to jail for it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Come on. 16-year-old guy would have died for that.
I am vehemently against banging kids.
That's okay.
Yeah, this is what I love about this Gutfeld program is that I used to hear this joke, in the 90s, late 90s, where it would be like, ooh,
A hot female teacher.
Oh, man.
Hot female teacher.
Oh, man. If I hooked up with a hot female teacher when I was in high school.
people used to always make that joke, but then somewhere along the line, like, it seems like everybody or most people realized, like, oh, that's like statutory R word. That's a minor. That's not right. That's statutory R. Okay. Gutfeld never caught on that people moved on from that joke like 32 years ago. That's what I love about the King of Late Night and the King of Late Night program, Gutfeld, is that it's all sort of like, it's comedy out of time. It's comedy for people who have never seen comedy before, ever. You go watch Gutfeld and you go like this. And you go like this.
Why were so few conservative commentators out there talking about it?
Huh?
Do you think that it's the most free and fair election of all time?
No, what? No.
Would you
I don't
like
know.
people? Why do you think so many of the people who claim to represent you weren't discussing it? And very often, by the way, Tucker Carlson didn't, and then he finally put his foot down and he decided to do it. Yeah. We never stopped. That's the reason for most of our suspensions. Most of our suspensions came from CDC, vaccine.
Oh, you're the greatest show of all the shows.
I'll sign up for your crap.
He's hidden behind a bunch of power slap videos on Rumble. They don't really promote this guy on Rumble that much. It's all power slap, which I do end up watching because I'm very stupid. And if you watch these people slapping each other on power slap, you become way stupider immediately. But this guy's on Rumble. But I feel like his numbers are probably fake on Rumble.
And for a country that everyone thinks is so friendly, we're going to be talking about the euthanasia and assisted suicide and the rates here. Canada is absolutely, when you go to Montreal, and it's a beautiful city.
Oh, okay, great.
When you spend enough time there, you realize, in comparison to the United States, it is a culture of death.
Whoa.
It is a culture of destruction.
Oh, my God.
Whether it's abortion, whether it's euthanasia, whether it's the death of the belief in some kind of an American dream. That's socialism in general. Socialism, communism, Marxism, leftism.
Right.
And
every conservative channel that I've seen does this, where they're really pissed off about euthanasia. They're like, people are just killing themselves. Don't you know you're supposed to do that in, I don't know, meaningless wars or something? But they're really pissed off about euthanasia. Some countries have these laws where it's like, if you're terminally ill, you could just end your life, basically. And for some reason, they're really pissed off about this. But Steven Crowder digs up this story about a Victoria's Secret model who is kind of dealing with this situation with her grandma. So check this out.
I don't agree at this point, and certainly not the way they're setting it. There's this influencer, Ali Tate, going viral right now for celebrating her grandma's decision to kill herself on Instagram. Here's first short clip.
Never heard of her. Okay. Got it.
Okay. Now, that post has 3.4 million views. So then there was a more recent video. And by the way, this person's a fame chaser, by the way, who's using her grandmother's suicide for more fame, just to be clear. We'll get back to that.
Hey.
It's not like she cares. It's not like she's going, yeah, hey, every gift that she got her grandmother the last 2 years.
I love this guy. He's like, this lady's using her grandma for fame. Well, what exactly are you doing here right now?
Could you imagine exploiting this to get a story, to get clicks?
But then she posted a more recent video detailing her grandma's decision. And
this is a very recent story, by the way, just like in the last couple days.
Warn you, it's just disturbing in content.
Okay.
What are your thoughts
Thanks,
as you like move closer to the date?
It's like the light at the end of the tunnel.
What are some of the precursors, like the questions they ask to make sure you're doing it for the right reasons?
Your diagnosis is, if it's fatal, how many more months you have. They give you time to consider. They keep stressing the fact.
In Canada, if you're older and you want to end your life, they look at you and they say,
adult baby.
Okay, now I have a few points here that I'd like to make.
We're
going to get into some of the results of the policy, which are shocking. This doesn't mean women. When I say feminism, I do mean the feminist movement, by the way. Just like the women's suffrage movement, a lot of people think it was about the right to vote. No, actually, the temperance movement was motivated by a lot of socialists, by the way. They were recruited, just to be clear. That's why women got the right to vote without being a part of the draft or mandatory bucket duty. Of course women should vote, but I think that everyone should have voted on an even playing field. When I discuss feminism, I'm discussing the ideology that used women as pawns, like you're seeing with the woke left today, using black people or Asian people as pawns. So it's not just aimed at women, it's also aimed at men who buy this bullshit. I've made all my own decisions.
Where on the internet did you pick all that up?
That's not true. Let's be really clear about that. Let's use the most clear example, okay? Dying. What would be the most comparable example in your being born? Did you choose when you were born? And this is why the left can only destroy, because the left sees themselves, the government, as God. Right? That is the issue. The left is God. The left can determine how successful you are.
He goes on and on. So this guy goes on and on and on, doing this about this story. And he never tells the most basic facts of this story. A Victoria's Secret model has shared a series of emotional videos as she documents her grandmother's decision to be euthanized after being diagnosed with terminal cancer. We never get that. We never get that fact there from Steve. That's sort of weird. But it is kind of interesting, this Victoria's Secret model doing these videos with her grandma. Her grandmother's very sweet. It's a very hard topic, but this is what the grandmother wanted to do. And she's being very mature, as that's how I pronounce it, about all this. And so is the granddaughter. She's not falling apart. She's like, well, this is my grandmother. She's the decision she made, and I love her very much. And It's all very reasonable and adult and very compassionate, these videos, And it seems like a no-brainer. Like legally, somebody's diagnosed with some terrible illness and they're like in their 80s or whatever. Yeah, makes sense. This is not too much. This is not too difficult of an ethical problem. But there is one problem. A guy who was very publicly divorced because he's insufferable and no person wants to be around him for more than 10 minutes because of how annoying he is. He's on a channel where people slap each other in the face as a competition, and his numbers are probably faked because nobody wants to go on this platform. He says you can't do that. He says you can't. Yeah, he's pretty recently divorced. One car. They just have one car, so she can't escape. Yeah, but he says you can't. Yeah, he really is one of the stupidest people who's maybe ever uploaded videos. I wonder if he believes any of this stuff, because he's like, this lady, this Victoria's Secret girl, yeah, she's exploiting her grandma. She's exploiting her grandma. Yeah, she's a Victoria's Secret model. She would get 1 million more clicks if she just uploaded herself in a bathing suit. But she chose to upload this older woman talking about this very serious issue. Yeah, I think it's probably you, the guy who has the most demented fans on the internet, who's using this in an exploitational way. I'm going to go with you probably more.
Just to be clear. Okay. So you didn't choose when you were born. And here's something else.
I don't see how that's relevant.
The parameters keep expanding for euthanasia.
Yeah, right.
And when people say, you can do whatever you want, you can make your own decisions. Yeah, can we acknowledge that there's a huge difference between choosing to smoke a joint, which, of course, fine, and you shouldn't be arrested for that. I've talked about that.
Oh, cool.
And choosing to end your life. Let me ask you out there, how many people watching right now have at some point felt like, oh, my God, it's too much, and didn't want to wake up? Or some kind of, by the way,
yeah. I wonder if there's a woman right now who's watching who is maybe married to a right-wing commentator, who would wake up every day realizing she's married to that guy and be like, I wish if there was an option where I could just not wake up with this anymore. I wonder if I'm just throwing out scenarios. That's just a scenario I made up in my head, I guess.
Suicidal ideation is very, very common, just to be clear.
Oh.
It's very common.
She's like, oh man, any other option is better than having to deal with this irritating little turd another day. I can't deal with this guy, not even
for one day.
Also, this comedian Nick DiPaolo is on this show. Check out Nick. Here we go.
So you're going to hear a story here that may sound extremely familiar. Were you here when we discussed the New York subway incident?
No, but I can pretend I was.
Okay. It's always tough for me to remember.
Does not care. I kind of like Nick DiPaolo on the show because he puts in like the same amount of effort as like I do going to buy pretzels at like Walgreens. Just let's get this over with. Or hurry up. That's Nick DiPaolo's vibe on this whole show.
So on Wednesday, Montana became the first state to pass actual legislation that bans TikTok.
Nice.
That's a big...
Okay, so this is one of the stupidest stories out there. Montana, some idiot in Montana, some Republican moron in Montana is like, we're going to ban TikTok because of the Chinese Communist Party. And check this out. DiPaolo kind of gets this one right, but watch where the conversation goes with this. Is beyond stupid. Here we go.
A little late for that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think they're already in.
Yes, exactly.
See what I'm saying? And you're going to ban it in one state?
Right.
I think this has to be a national. It has to be a universal moment. How is this going to stop anything?
They're not airdropping in. They're flying Southwest.
It sounds like symbolic legislation to me.
Well, but I understand it.
DiPaolo's got it.
Hopefully they'll take
DiPaolo got it.
A national lead.
Yeah.
Because this is not about...
Let's see if Crowder gets it.
Just free speech. This is not about just tech platforms. With TikTok, this is about a communist adversary, the largest adversary the United States has. And make no mistake, yes, China is your adversary at this point. They are not looking out for your best interests. And I hope that Montana, I think what they're trying to do is set a stage.
The Chinese Communist Party is definitely trying to get into Montana for sure. Okay, so totally gets that one wrong. How you gonna ban it? How you gonna ban it in one state? And by the way, if anybody wants all that digital data, they get it from a third party broker. Blah blah blah. The whole thing is just totally. It's just a way that some guy in Montana can look like he's doing something when he's not doing anything.
So, of course, the ACLU now is furious. They took a break between making sure that people can take a driver's license picture with a burqa. And they said, Montana trampled on free speech of hundreds of thousands of Montanans.
I thought you guys like that.
It's an exaggeration.
Okay.
It's not hundreds of thousands.
By the way, in a last-ditch effort to save TikTok in the state, the famous TikTok Montana cowboy appeared before the legislature. So he's, look, I don't know. Shit. I think it's a...
Check that out, bro. It's a good joke. Oh, that's great. Nick DiPaolo's just like, what am I doing here? Yeah, this is pretty great because Steven Crowder and people who make content like him are like they're like the last ones who don't get this, that this is just some idiot in Montana, trying to look like he's doing something, you know? And then there was that hearing where they were questioning that guy from TikTok, and these fossil Congress guys were like,
now, is TikTok the one where I could see a lady in her underwear on there?
No. TikTok just has short videos, no nudity.
Oh, okay. Now, which website is the one where I could see that? Let me write this down. Let me write that down.
Now, can I look at these naked ladies on TikTok on my laptop? At my home? Okay, how do I do that? Now, how do I get on there?
Here we go. This is one of the stupidest goddamn things I've ever seen in my life. These guys, these idiots, watch a security camera video of somebody who's stealing from the store, gets out to get in a fight with a security guard. And then Steven Crowder's going to demonstrate the amazing things he would do if he were a security guard. Yeah, I mean, this is what people watch. Here we go.
Okay. They find which camera am I looking at here?
Straight.
You can use
He's
that
literally doing like a taekwondo demo.
one to talk, but then
Okay.
you're going to switch.
So, and this is important, you just need 6 weeks. 6 weeks and you'll be able to stop the situation. You ever see a pin in wrestling?
It's like This is the nerdiest, most divorced thing I think I've ever seen. Okay, go ahead.
The problem is if your only tool is your fist or a gun, you have to go to, right? If your only tool is a hammer, that's what you have to use,
Yeah,
a hammer.
exactly.
Yeah.
Chokehold just kind of...
Women are throwing themselves
you don't
at
know how to
me.
choke. What you end up doing is you pull, you hurt their neck. But here's the thing. You don't have to choke somebody if you know how to
Why would
set
anybody
up
watch this?
a choke.
Why would anybody watch this? Why would anybody willingly watch this? This is literally, I think, the stupidest guy. This is stupider than the slap fights, somehow. This is the kind of thing you remember from your 20s, you know, or something when it's, you know, oh, we were at some party and we saw a video, you know, somebody was watching a video of a fight or something, and then some guy started demonstrating what he would do. Man, stupid times. Very, very weird to be an adult doing this kind of annoying guy at a college party thing, you know? Well, great. There we go, guys. That's about as much as I could take of this crap, because it is the worst. It is the worst content. It's unwatchable, okay? Nick DiPaolo doesn't want to be there. Love you guys so much. Bye-bye.
Oh, hey, guys.
Guess what? You're not even getting the whole show. If you want every episode and a whole bunch of other
subscribe on Patreon.
Subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. Just click the stupid little link below the video in the comments.
See, right there. There
you go. Click it, and that, yep. When you become a patron for as little as 2 bones, you get the Tuesday, Thursday, patron-only episodes. You also get the weekly Book Oblega show where we talk about important books. The questions and comments thing where you can ask questions and make comments and all this crap.
All for less than the price of a rancid Charleston chew.
And for only 25 putrid little dollars,
you could become a producer.
That's right, support the show and get your name up here. Look at these people. Look at these people. It make the show possible, okay? God. I mean, without these beautiful people, this show goes straight into the dumpster. A rotten, you know, just wet, disgusting dumpster, you know, behind a restaurant. So there's old milk in there. That's where this show ends up without these people. Is that what you want? Okay, I guess it's what you want. I'll just leave. Nope, it's done. It's too late. Okay? Here we go. Here's the dump truck. Here's the dump truck come to pick up the show. This is what would happen with no producers. Thank you.